It is now 10 minutes after 5 in the morning. I've got approximately $377 on at the end of this Sunday night, or it's Monday morning right now, on of Taxi Vlog 515. And I'm just gonna go wash the car, and I'm gonna take some money to the bank, and I'm gonna fuel up because I'm tired already. I'm gonna leisurely wash the car and take care of all those things and go home. And that is entirely the plan. That's the whole plan. They're still playing around with this construction here. They've been playing around with it for a couple months already, if not more. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. This was a successful night. I'm just dropped off at the airport here. It is 5:45 a.m. And like I said, I just dropped off here at the airport. We got 15 minutes to get back into town and fuel it up. Okay, it ain't gonna happen, but I'll be a few minutes late. I'm not gonna necessarily wash the car. It wasn't washed before I got it. And it looks reasonably presentable in here, so I'm going to leave it alone. Another good night. I got about 300 on, maybe a little more. For a Monday, 300, excellent. Thank you very much. It's been good. Cannot complain about that. And the sun is coming up right over there. Yeah. Oh, what else? I had this one fare. Got sent to a big drugstore downtown sometime after it has closed. There was this woman there, and she had some bags with her, bags of stuff. I don't know what all the stuff was, who knows. And she wanted to go all the way out to Colwood. She gave me an address for her final destination. And then she gave me, she gave me an address for her final destination. And then she said, but first I'm going to make a quick stop at such and such address. Okay. So we went to such and such address, and she said, just leave the meter running. I'm going to be right back out. Meanwhile, you can park the car right here. Okay, fine. So I parked the car right there, and I waited. I got out of the car and stretched my legs. And while I was stretching my legs, I saw where she went. She went into the house. Okay. So I'm standing outside, stretching my legs and waiting. Meanwhile, the meter's still ticking. When we got there, it was at $29. I kind of wondered when it hit $39. And then it hit $49, and I was still around. And then some guy comes out of the house with a telescope. And he's pointing it up at the moon. And he said, you're waiting for somebody here? I said, yeah. She went right in that house right there where you came out of. Yeah. People who can't drive. Let's get around them. So he called inside, and she answered. And he said, yeah, she's upstairs. I said, great. Kept waiting. I waited until it got up to about $54, $55 on the meter. And then she finally came out. And I mean, I was sitting there waiting with the meter running and the car not moving for 45 minutes. And she said, okay, now we're going to this other address. So we went there, and there was a guy in the doorway, you know, wearing shorts and a wife beater. I mean, textbook. It was textbook. He was wearing a wife beater shirt and shorts, and she went in there and got the money and came and paid. It was $60.70. She gave me $70 and said, I have some change, but I needed 10 back from that. Okay. So I ended up getting $62 for $60.70 on the meter. Total elapsed time, 1 hour and 5 minutes or something like that. Anyway, it was long. 45 minutes of that time was waiting for her to come out of the house. And then she told him, here's what the cab costs. And zoom, away you go. So that was the highlight of the night. And after that one, I think I sat for an hour and a half before I had another call. And now at the end, the morning was pretty slow. And now at the very end, I had to run to the airport. So I'm coming back in. I'm bringing it home. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. This is the end of the Monday night of Taxi Vlog 515. Well, it's now 5:35 in the morning. I've just gone through I have almost 400 on tonight. It's been a good night. This was the Tuesday night, and I thought it was going to be really slow, and I thought it was going to be really quiet, but it was relatively quiet, but I just got good luck. Lots of good fares. I had a couple of drug runs with my regular, and I had 3 calls from the guy who's very loose with his money. I just did him a $35 fare and he gave me $80. Go figure. And with his brother too. His brother, we did a couple of $10 fares. Each time he gave me 20. So it's good. And I'm kind of tired right now. I'm just gonna head down and wash the car, give the car a hose down, and stop at the bank on the way to deposit some money. Yeah. Been another good night, so that's the 3rd one in a row. I'll be back tomorrow. I don't have much to say today, except that I was fairly busy. Yeah. At about almost 5 o'clock, I got a text message from the owner of the cab saying that the cab had been in an accident and that he doesn't know anymore. Well, anyway, I called him immediately to find out what was going on, and he told me that the police are still in attendance where it happened. And I said, well, there was an accident, so does this mean I'm out of business for the night? And he says, well, it looks like it, unless we find out that the car is drivable. And I said, well, if it's not, do you think you could find a car for me to drive just in case? And he said, sure. So he texted or called a couple other guys who owned taxis, and He got back to me later on and told me that the car is drivable, but it is damaged cosmetically. Here's what it looks like. So I took a cab down to where the taxi was parked and charged it to the owner, and he had also told me that I should fuel it up if it hadn't been fueled up, and that he'd reimburse me for that. So I said, okay, fine, you can reimburse me for that. And I did that, and I started the night. It was pretty slow, although between about 10 and 1 it was steady and busy. Then after 1 o'clock it got quiet again. And so it was mostly a quiet night. I got about 2:20, 2:30 on, something like that. And yeah, I'm really thrilled that I was able to keep working. And this was so far the slowest night of the week. I got about, did I say what, 2:20 or 2:30 on? And I am very tired. I've gone to sleep about 4 or 5 times already. I'm about to do the same just before the dawn hits us. And I'm sure that the sun will wake me up. Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can watch another video before falling asleep. But yeah, I'm quite exhausted. One more night to go. I think I'm gonna get some sleep today. I don't have anything to do in the morning hours now. I don't have any commitments. All I need to do is eat something and go to sleep when I get home. Yeah, one more night. One more to go. Well, we're at the airport, and it's now 11:21 p.m. There is a direct flight to Toronto at this hour. 11:21 p.m. Well, it's nice. I was surprised to get a trip to the airport on a Thursday night. I would have expected it, maybe 6 hours from now, Friday morning, but now Thursday night, trip to the airport, and bonus, $50 right there. So I'm doing good tonight. I got probably about 150 or so on, maybe a little more. Yeah, I think it's a little more, 160 or 170, and it's not even midnight yet. It has been a very good week. I think the only night under 300 was last night. That was the Wednesday night. And now this night is going to be, over 300 if it keeps going at the pace it's going, especially with this airport. And at this point, I'm kind of hopeful that maybe I'll snag another airporter in the morning. Yeah, like I said, it's a good week, and it's a full moon tonight. I think it's tonight, the full moon. I've been feeling kind of, let's just say like my skin's been crawling for a couple days. I think that's the influence of the full moon. And I think the accident that this car was involved in yesterday was also part of the full moon influence. And just a few little things that just aren't quite right have been going on. So I am definitely looking forward to my weekend, which will start in about 6.5 hours. I will do another segment later on and let you know how the rest of this night and the rest of this week went. It's 5:45 a.m. I've done about 330 or so grand total for the night, for the Thursday night. 330 is good if you consider that the lease is 110 only, so that leaves me with 220 and another $20 for fuel, $200 profit. $200 profit one evening, not bad. That will take care of my, well, there's a lot of things you can do with $200 that you make in one day. I remember when I was a kid, and it would take me all summer to make $200. I'd be cutting lawns on our street for $4 a lawn, and I only had a few customers. I had like 3 or 4 customers, and you'd cut the lawn maybe once every couple of weeks. Yeah, it took me all summer to save or to make $200. Nowadays I make it in one night, and sometimes I make even more than that in one night. Not bad. And the nice thing is I'm my own boss, and I feel good. The weather's still nice. It's not hot yet. I don't think it's gonna, I don't know. We'll see if it gets hot today. It's cool. It's a nice, beautiful 14 degrees Celsius at 5:47 a.m. Well, I would say that this has been quite a successful week, even though I'm not working Friday. And in fact, because I'm not working Friday, it's so much easier and less stress. Well, I hope yours is better than mine. Later.